Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us on School Nutrition Masterminds meetups.
Thank you. Thank you. I am very excited to be here.
Well, you are you're one of the SNA 2023 election candidates, and we're so excited that almost every candidate has joined us for a mastermind meetup. So really excited to get to know you. Can you get us started by just telling us a little bit about yourself and your district?
Absolutely. I am Jessica Gould. I am the director for Littleton Public Schools. I have been there for 8 years, and previous to that, I worked at another district. Been in the industry since 2009, and my district is 14,000 students, about 18% free and reduced. We have kitchens in every one of our schools and a warehouse, and I've got about 60 plus team members right now.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
What position are you running for in the election? And I believe you're running for the one that's a little unique this year. So if that's the case, please let us know a little bit more about that.
Totally. Yes, so I am running for the director position, which is director for the SNA board. And that position is a little different this year by the means of previously we were by our region. And so you could only vote on your specific region. This year, there are 8 candidates and 4 spots. And so it is all member at large almost. And so you can vote for whoever you would like across the country, your top 4 candidates.
Awesome. Okay. That's what I love about doing these is we've gotten to meet people from all across the country doing this. I'm going to run through my questions and ask you exactly what I've asked our other candidates. Let's start with what led you to this point today where you were like, I'm ready to run for a position at the national SNA level?
Yeah, absolutely. I have had the experience of being on the strategic planning for SNA for the last 2 go-rounds that we've done. And right now I am finishing out my 4th year with the SNA PPL committee. The first 2 years I was a member, and the last 2 years I have been the chair. So I just saw it as a great opportunity for me to continue progressing in my leadership journey with SNA. And I really enjoy the group that I've been able to work with, and those I've been able to connect with, and I hope to continue doing that.
Awesome. Well, I know you're so many of the candidates, like so many of you, you've served on so many positions like nationally, locally, in your state. So when you look back at all of those roles that you've served in, which one are you most proud of?
Yes, absolutely. I'm most proud of the work that I'm doing right now with the PPL group, and I really think the reason I love actually watching seeing people grow and develop. And this year, as the chair, I've had the opportunity of watching people in their first year and then going into their second year and seeing how their voice has just strengthened through the year, and their confidence has grown. And I truly believe that advocacy starts as just a conversation. It doesn't need to be some like aggressive, I need to go talk to my legislator. It's talking to anybody who will listen about school nutrition. And so they've really taken that on and grown themselves. And so it's really awesome for me to see that.
And we talked about this before we did the interview, but like, you don't have to be a public policy kind of expert by any means to
Yeah.
serve in that position, right?
100%. I joke that I'm not the best at public policy. I have to read things many many times, and I think what you have to have is passion for what you do, and just the willingness to keep on trying and keep on talking about it. The more we educate people about what we do, the better, because most people don't know. And so if you don't know, then you're going to make decisions based on what you think you know. So we might as well just tell them what's actually going on in school meals versus, I mean, we don't serve that many square pizzas, I think everybody remembers that from back in the day. So things have changed, and it's good for us to refresh everyone's mind of what we actually do in schools.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still thinking mystery meat, right?
Oh,
Um,
100%.
um, so when you look back, like similarly, when you look back at like specific like projects or accomplishments in your career, which one are you most proud of?
Yes. I am most proud of during COVID a few years back, there was testimony happening for the US Senate related to the nutrient standards. And I had the opportunity to testify. It was something that I never thought I would ever be doing. And I've joked before that I was at home and I have two dogs here, and I was just like praying that they would not bark. So I would have much rather been in DC in the marble buildings and with all the history, but even being at my house, like it was so exhilarating to be able to share what we do and to really say like we're back there again with these nutrient standards. And so, we really have to share. We want kids to eat. And so let's talk about reality of what we're actually doing.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. You can see how like I can understand how public policy is so easily important to you in that role because it's the one it's like such an important role where you can actually feel like you're making change even if it's not all the changes, right? You're making
Yep.
small changes to hopefully get us where we want to be one day.
Yeah. Baby steps. That's how
Yeah.
we have to do it.
I only have two questions left. This next question is a little bit, it runs the gamut of being like silly or professional or a little of both. But
Yeah.
as the polls are now open and as people are going in to vote, like what's something that you'd like SNA members to know about you specifically?
Yeah. Oh man, funny enough, we've talked about this, and I know I had something before.
Mhm.
Um, I'm completely blanking on it right now. I think that I come off probably as this very loud, robust personality, and I'm actually much more introverted in my own personal life. I I like to be outside. I like to hike. I like to do it by myself generally. It's my time to be in nature and to be quiet with my dogs. And so, you know, I think sometimes people don't always, they just think that you're always on. And when we're at conferences and all those things, yes, I am most certainly on. And then when I'm at home, I'm like usually by myself, quiet and reserved and trying to figure out how to grow something in my garden or something.
That's so funny. Another candidate answered it the opposite of you, where they were like, I know I look like I'm business, but I'm actually silly. But yeah, I'm like you, like we can't be on all the time and
Yeah.
you need to take time for self-care or you're never going to be able to accomplish anything. So I'm a lot
Yeah.
like you in that.
Yeah, I love, and like every personality profile says that I'm extroverted, which I am. It takes me a minute to refuel and recharge,
Yeah.
especially after COVID, right? Like, because we got out of like the habit of it or something. And so it takes a little extra lately.
Yeah. I'm extroverted in certain scenarios. Like you said,
Yeah,
at conference, go, go, go. And then
yeah,
yeah.
totally.
So, the last question I have for you, and thank you again so much for being with us and sharing in this way. But if elected at the end of your term, what do you hope to accomplish that will make people say, I'm so glad I voted for Jessica?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if people are believing in where SNA is still driving forward with, if people feel that I've listened, I want to listen to their voice. So if they feel that their voices have been heard, that they've been included in conversations, that we are continuing to strive to be as diverse and get every voice and group in the room to figure out how we ensure every student in our programs and in our country has food during the school day. I think that's where I hope they if I'm elected, they would think, okay, we're successful. We're moving in the right direction, and I'm part of the change.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Jess, for being
Yeah.
with us. The polls are now open. Voting is until the 28th. Is that correct?
Yes, until the
Okay.
28th. I wouldn't wait though. So just go on, today, whenever, make sure to vote, and truly like read about everybody, read their backgrounds. As a dietitian, I put a lot of energy into a lot of the nutrient stuff. But you'll see all different things about every other candidate on there too. So I encourage everyone to look at that part of it too.
Yeah, I heard a stat that there really hasn't historically been a high percentage of SNA members that are voting. And now's the time to do it, especially since this at-large director position is open for
Yeah,
everyone. You should feel like your voice is heard more than ever. So it's more
totally.
important than ever to vote. So
Yes.
thank you so much, and
Awesome. Yes.
appreciate it so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.